guys, Francine here at Devoted Danes, and we got a lot of updates to let you guys know about. So you guys may have seen on our Facebook page that we do have some expecting moms, and we have been really working hard to get these whelping boxes set up. The whelping box that we had for our last litter, we kind of broke down because we had guests coming, our family coming to see us from New Hampshire, and it worked out pretty good to have a guest room for our family. But so our first litter will be Violet. You guys have known and you saw that we had confirmed her litter. She is our blue Fauniquin, and our biggest Dane. She has some European in her, so she's a big girl. So she is expecting. She is due the beginning of October. She would be due first, and then we had plans to breed Benson. Our plans had changed a little bit because all the girls came into heat at once. And obviously we're not going to breed all our females at once. That would be way too much work for us, and we're not too crazy about that idea. But we did want to have 2 litters, and we did breed Benson last time and she didn't take. So we thought it was because of the timing. She did have a natural tie twice, and normally that's a good done deal and everything is great. But it didn't. She didn't take, so we this time. Hold on a second. I want to zoom in. So this time we decided to use our progesterone machine, which we do have. And what a progesterone machine does is it tells you when they ovulate. It gives you a number, a good indicator of when they ovulate, and good indicator of when they are ready to be bred. It can also be reversed and used for when they are going to give birth. It's a good, so when you go to a reproductive vet and you want to do a C-section or something like that, they'll always do a progesterone test to make sure her numbers are low enough when she's trying to get bred, and the numbers need to be higher. So I won't get into all that because my cat's scratching on one of the furniture. I won't get into all that because it's not really like, some people are interested, some people just aren't, but that's fine. Because we had moved, we lost about a year's worth of breedings, and that's not just breedings. They get older. We don't like to breed our Danes when they're too old. We like to retire them out, and in some cases we do rehome them if they're good fits to new homes and don't have too many big quirks that we feel like are something we wouldn't want another family to have. So we took out our progesterone machine and checked Benson and used it this time when we got ready to breed her. But before then, we weren't sure if she was going to take. So we haven't said anything. We actually bred Daisy also. So we have Violet, Daisy, and Benson that we bred. And because we thought we want to, the girls are getting older, and if we skip another cycle, we like to try to, retire them while they're still pretty young and youthful, so they can go on to retirement homes or just be, bred, done, and retired. And we thought, well, with our luck, none of them will take, or they all will. Well, I've got news. All 3 of them are pregnant. So we are having 3 litters coming in October. They all do within 2 weeks of each other, and that's because all the girls went into heat at the same time, which we didn't anticipate. That sometimes will happen. If you have one female go in, the others, I don't know why, will kick in and also go into heat. And that is exactly it. I think we had 5 girls in heat. So yeah. And that's why we decided not to breed Rhea, because Rhea is one of our younger Danes, and we wanted to breed our older Danes and, make them closer to being retired. So with that being said, we have put the metal to the Gretel, and we are getting whelping rooms ready. We have one whelping room that you guys had all seen from Daisy's last litter, which was in February. Now we have to come up with 2 more because we don't share whelping rooms. We never think that that's a good idea. Plus we have great giant breeds, so they need their space. So we are creating 2 more whelping rooms, which we have enough space in our home. That's why we bought this home, because we won't outgrow it, but it's not as big as our own home. So right now we are working on getting things repainted, getting whelping boxes ready, and doing all that. We're going at the pace that we can go at, and but we're trying to make sure that everything's done and situated for the birth of these 3 litters. We already know that Violet will have a C-section just based on her previous birth, her previous litter that she had. She just didn't have strong enough contractions and pushed out 1 puppy, and that was it. So we don't want to have a middle of the night C-section. We want everything to try to go as smooth as possible. We know that things arise and it's not going to be, but we are trying our best to anticipate that. So you will see a lot of videos. We will get back to our normal every week, but so everyone can see puppies, and we do have a waiting list started. We have a few people on our waiting list. As anybody wants to be on the waiting list, they know they can contact us. We'll put the link on here. We have our Facebook page that you can message us privately. We have our email that you can message us also through if you're interested. But we will have 3 litters, and we have had 3 litters before, but it was quite a while ago. We probably won't have 3 litters again. So we will try to show you like the ins and outs like we do. We always try to be transparent here. We are located in North Carolina now, but we can ship or meet for deliveries for puppies. That's all something that we've offered. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the whelping rooms. I have gotten Violet's whelping room back together with a few modifications to make it easier on us. We are getting older, so we're trying to make it less, strenuous, I guess you would say. So we're trying to make it easier on ourselves. This is one of the other whelping rooms. It is pink and white. It is going to be Daisy's whelping room. And I have gotten some stuff set up for her so far that what we know we'll need a birthing light. Not a birthing light, but just a, there we go. Some better lighting. So I have a heating light, and I'm going to have that for the downstairs whelping boxes, or for the whelping boxes on this floor. But this is put this thing off, we don't need this anymore. This is a 8x7. So 8x7, it's huge, but we plan on having 3 litters, so we know once the moms are old enough and can be separated from the puppies, we may just put them all in this area themselves. And what we have done with all these whelping boxes, we have made hinging doors for them instead of trying to put boards up as the puppies get older. It's just much easier on everybody to just put the hinging boards, and they go all the way back. For now, Mom will be able to get in this way for her babies, and we still have a lot of stuff to put down in here, but she will be whelping naturally, Daisy. So this is a good sized room. This will be just for her. And this is one of the whelping rooms, and I have put in additional lighting because this only has the fluorescent lighting on the ceiling. It doesn't have a lot of lighting in here, or natural lighting, should I say, at that. So this is one of the rooms, and we're still getting things going because, like I said, when we moved, our old whelping boxes got tossed, and we had to make all new ones. So that's that. And then the other one is going to be over here. We kind of have it set up, but not fully. Again, this will be Benson's. This will be out in the main room. It's huge. This is
obviously just our kenneling that we don't use anymore, but we have her box laid out. It just hasn't been put together yet. But these are, oh, let's see. How big is this? I think these are 6, 4, so that's 10. I think this is a 10 by 10, so her box will be not as big because we want to leave room in here for Mama to come in, and then she's got to have her food and all that brought in too. So, so she'll have all that. So we still have to get this box together. But this is the other part of our home that we really haven't shown. So that's a big size box, and this is, we're gonna have our TV set up. This is like a fully functioning kitchen. So, and we got Hoobies helping us, and we have a bathroom down here. So, this will be, oh, I think a bee just flew by. This will be for Benson, and we're going to bring in some furniture that we have for us two to be on, so we're comfortable in this room with her. But we still got some work to get done. We have, as you know, this house, we've had some renovations done. We still are just starting. All these floors had to be laid down. It was all shag carpet. All the wainscoting and stuff is new. This is a textured wallpaper. So it was very dark and needed a lot of paint, and it has gotten paint, but we're still going over that too. So it's been a lot of renovations. Thank God our son-in-law did the floors. So, but these double doors are going to be replaced out. I want different doors so the sunlight can come in and this can be a brighter area. It does have windows down here, but because it is a finished basement, it's not as many as like a lot of your normal, your normal home level would be. And we have installed heaters down here, and we have AC down here if we need it. So I just brought Violet in. The room's not completely ready. I've got to get rid of some more stuff in here. But I brought her in to check things out. As you can see, her tummy's getting big. What you doing, big girl? Gonna go in there? Oh, yeah, go on in. See big welcome box. So those are some of the new blankets that I got because I know I'm gonna have more puppies this time. But it's a huge size. This is an 8 by 6, and Violet's our biggest girl. Checking things out. You can see her belly's getting big. Sniffity sniff. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna be putting her in here just to relax. She normally will relax in on her couch in our sunroom, but I want her to get used to this room. She has not had puppies at this house. She had them at her old house, and the whelping room was different there. It was bigger. All the rooms there were bigger than what we have here, but we still have a good size for her. But she's just bebopping around and smelling stuff. But she's got a few weeks left, and this is again one of the doors to make it easier for when the puppies get here. And I just like the hinges because it goes all the way back and shuts down, shuts and opens and shuts. It doesn't stay in the way. But Eva's outside with the little man. Waylon, he's probably driving her nuts. Yeah, he's a pea girl. She just came inside. She's already panting. So it is warm days here. I want to say mid to high 80s, and then it gets in the 60s at night. But she does have a window in here so she can cool down, and she has a paddle fan. But we don't want it too cold, but at least up here with the central air takes care of this room, where the other two rooms, the central air really doesn't take care of the rooms for cooling and heating. So we are having heating installed, and cooling we can just throw an AC in the window. We're from New Hampshire, so we got enough wall unit ACs, but it is cooler downstairs. You got a high boogie there, kid. But I just figured I'd show her and let her see what she thought of it. And once I get the rest of the stuff out of here, I got a TV I gotta set up or not set up in here. she'll be good to go. But I don't have any blankets or anything down yet. And that's where Daisy's little puppies chewed the corners. They had a good old time. Because actually at around 8 weeks, some of them can scale these whelping boxes. They're 2 feet high, which is usually a pretty good size for a puppy, but a Great Dane puppy can scale them and get over them. So that's why we do 2 feet high. Any lower and they would get out of them even sooner. So, but we usually have some scabies. She's checking out everything. Those are just blankets and such in there. Maybe she thinks there's snacks in there. I don't know. Nothing good in there, Violet. No, just blankets. Lots of brain goods. And you're not ready for having babies, so you ain't gonna need any of that stuff yet. Do you wanna come back out? Yep, she's getting all done. Well done with that, Mom. So this is Mavis and Waylon playing. So Waylon has been hanging out with Violet and she's pregnant. She doesn't really want to play a lot with them anymore, and his old crabby aunt Eva doesn't really want to play. So we put Miss Mavis out here for his play dates, and he absolutely loves it playing with her. So Mavis was born in May. He was actually born in, no, I'm sorry, he was born in May and she was born in February. So there's a little bit of a few months age difference, but as you can see, he's catching up to her pretty good. I wouldn't say he's a chubby boy, but he's stocky. And she just wants to play in her pool, and he just wants to play with her, but she loves pools. She was sitting down in it a little bit earlier, and he's bugging her. So now that she's cooled herself down, she's running around, and she definitely can outrun him. She has the build for speed. She's a lanky, tall, lean girl, and they're just absolutely having fun. But we've been so busy trying to get things organized for the whelping rooms, we had to take a break and let these kids have some fun. And I've got to get Waylon, put a different collar on him. He's outgrown that collar. I figured that's a little puppy collar he came with, but it was a great collar. I love it. It's good quality. I'll definitely wash it and save it for future use. And I have another collar for Mavis too, but look at her. She's sitting in the pool. But it's the wrong way. But she got it dirty, so that one went back on her. So I have another pink collar to put on her, a thick girl collar. But she has her Seresto collar now. And because we are in warm, there she goes. Because we are in warm temperature too, you know, we don't want fleas or ticks. That's a huge problem when you have a lot of animals. And so we do Seresto collars for our big guys, and our cats will get the topical, because we really don't put too many collars on our cats, because a lot of them like to be outside, and if they get caught on something, we don't want them to get injured, so we just put the monthly things on them, and then they can play with a toy. But so Mavis, her mom and dad are pregnant again, so this is from our last litter. She's from it. And look at her go. She is fast. She even gets Rhea a run for her money. Now, mind you, she was already out playing with Rhea before she came over here. So she still has all this energy. And you see this little guy can't keep up with her. He's way behind. He said, I gotta get a drink. And this pool water was clean before she came over. She already put a hole in the blue one, so I got a pink one. I'll probably go try to go yard sailing and find another pool, or wait for the season to go and get some on clearance for her. I got that one on sale too. But I mean, this is why you don't want to spend a lot on pools, because they get holes in them pretty quickly and you have to toss them out. He just can't keep up with her. Look at him. He sure is trying. And she's just doing circles. She is, look at her go. She's definitely built for speed. So, with 3 litters, look at him. God, she finally slowed down. I'm hoping she's going to wear him out. That's why I brought her out here. Tire him a little out, and tire her out too. Rhea does play pretty good with her. She'll bebop around and play, horse around with her. And she's gentle with Mavis too, because she is heavier and taller than Mavis.
Once in a while, Mavis will hurt her toe though because Rio will accidentally step on it or something. But she, no injuries, thank the good Lord. Oh, she knocked you right down, huh, Bubba? It's so silly. But we have had injuries for legs. We've had a Benson. She keeps going on me with her wet legs. She's hiding behind me. Oh goodness! Come on, Mavis. I'm gonna smell like wet dog. Yes, I am. Like I was saying, we did have a broken leg from Benson when she was a young puppy. I want to say, if she older than little man here? She might have been the same age, maybe a little bit older she was, but we had to cast her leg every week. And mind you, the vet started casting it once a week. It's very expensive. And then I learned to, after going every week, I learned how to cast it myself. So you become jack of all trades, master of none. And this will be Benson's first litter, but this will be her mom's last litter. So Daisy's last litter will be this, and then she will be spayed. I'm wondering who I'm going to have spare because we didn't have really good, oh my god, he's just waiting for her. We didn't have really good luck when we had Charlie spayed, as you guys might remember. She had a lot of difficulties, but I know the surgeon that did it, and I probably wouldn't have him do it again. Oh, she's checking on him. She wore him out already there, Lady Jane. She's so sweet. He's licking her. That's what he's not used to it, because the other two girls are, you know, Eva and Violet are older, so they don't care too much about horsing around fast with them. And Violet, you hardly ever see her run, but she can. But she's a big girl, and she's packing on the pound. She is due October 7th. Oh, he's drinking that muddy water. He's such a good boy. He's fitting nicely into our crew. Alright, well, I guess this is enough of these two horsing around. And it is still pretty warm out here. We actually were in the pool yesterday, and you figure it's mid-September, but it feels good when it's high 80s.